So this is a beast. This is the Tanlanin Tone Explorer. It is a vinyl player with 2 speakers. So I think if I remember correctly, this is the first one that we've reviewed that has the speakers. This is the TE2028 model. It does come with Bluetooth. And so we're gonna jump in and do an unboxing, kind of walk you through everything. To preface this, I am not an audiophile. I am somebody that loves records and loves record players. I am not a historian on record players or any of that. So if you have comments and thoughts on that, I would love to learn to get better. This is probably a starter model. If you're an audiophile, you're probably looking at something in the higher end. This is a beginning stage, maybe a mid-range for those that are record enthusiasts. But I think for a starter, this is an awesome kit to go with. And so we're gonna jump in, unbox it. I'll connect everything, go through the speakers, play a little bit of music on an older vinyl that I have. And then we'll show you the Bluetooth and we'll kind of walk you through that process. But here we go. So right off the top, we are going to get our 2 speakers. I'm going to pull these out individually and then we'll go from there. And these are individually wrapped, as you can see, and padded with this padding here. So we're going to set these down individually. So we've got a left and a right. And then let's just move down just a little bit because I'm going to turn this whole box upside down. We've got an instruction manual here, walks you through everything. It does come with an extra stylus with a cover or a needle. You can see here all the instructions in here. There's the model number, the TE2028. So we're going to set that right there. And then okay. So there we are, upside down right out of the box. Let me just get in a little bit closer. So we're going to move these speakers because eventually we're going to be on this table, but I'm going to flip this guy over. So on the rear end, right, we've got audio out, speaker out, left and right. We have an aux here. We have our DC out here that we can plug in and get power, stuff like that. So we're going to take off this. There's probably going to be something on the dust cover. So we'll walk through that. I'm going to move the speakers out of the way so we can get a little bit more footage of the player itself. There we go. And there we go. Just gonna pull off this styrofoam. I do like to try and open these carefully because sometimes I re-gift these or sell them. So let me pause for a second. I'm going to get all this cellophane wrap off of the dust cover and then we'll come back. Okay, now that we've got this plastic off, so a couple things I really like these little rubber pieces right here that protect the dust cover from hitting the wood when you bring down your dust cover. So the other thing I really like is these hinges. They automatically kind of stay up once they're up. So you're going to have your power cord here. Right, which we'll plug in just a second. We'll get some music on. Then you've got a protection here. You've got some instructions here. So you'll also have your 45 adapter right here that's just kind of built in. We've talked about this on previous record players or vinyl players, is the give of this, right, with internal speakers or separate speakers outside. If your bass or different things are running like that, it will shake a little bit, so you'll get a little bit of a bounce on your needle. And so this is to give a little bit of that. I also love this. We've seen this in other models, is a non-slip mat. And then we have the 3 rubber pieces here for playing a 45, something like that. So this kind of keeps your record safe. So we're going to just hold on to this because this will give us our instructions. Again, on your stylus or your needle, you've got a protective cover right here. You also have an extra needle. So I'm just going to take this off because we're going to be playing it in just a second. They've locked this down. So we're going to take this off. We've got 3 speeds, a 33, 45, 78. We'll be playing a 33 and a third today on this record player. And then you've got your Bluetooth, phono, and then auxiliary here. And then you've got your volume button here and your power. So it's not plugged in, but we'll kind of walk through all that. So let me get this plugged in and we'll jump back in and get a record on here. So we've got power. I have not put in the speakers yet. The record that we're going to be playing today is the soundtrack to the Spencer Tracy version of The Old Man and the Sea, which is Ernest Hemingway's Pulitzer and Nobel Prize winning story about a man and a boat and a kid and a fish. But it's much more than that. Anyway, so we're going to make sure that we're on here. I like that. I don't know if you can see right here. Let me turn this off. So these light up when we've got power. And again, I do not have the speakers connected. And this is a 33 and a third recording RPM. So we need to get those speakers put in because we're going to get our total sound when we put those speakers. So I'm going to pull this off. We'll get those speakers plugged in and we'll go from there. Okay, so we've got these speakers plugged in, and you might have heard it. You might have gotten a sneak peek. So we've got our right speaker here, our left speaker back here. I just didn't want to unplug all the cables. I'm telling you what, I'm going to pause this for just a second. I don't think I would ever get a record player again without external speakers. Like, I know that if you're on a starter record player, a vinyl player, that having the internal speakers is nice because you can take it and you can travel. But just the sound that you get out of external speakers is phenomenal. I have my own set back here. I have some singing wood speakers that I've connected with my record player or vinyl. And it's just the quality of the sound is so much better. Now, obviously, if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. But so we're just going to let you look at this final thing, right? So you've got your Bluetooth, your phono, your aux here, your volume on, off. It doesn't have as many bells or whistles as other vinyl players with an FM player or recording and an extra drive or, a USB stick or different things like that. However, it does come with the 2 speakers, which I think is going to give you a better overall experience listening to your record player. So final thoughts, initial thoughts, right? We got a classy kind of wood look here. Again, I'm not going to say it's a classic. It's more of a newer version of a classic look. You can see that you kind of got the braided front on the speakers, and then also here on the front of the record player. So you can have 3 speeds or 3 types of vinyl. So you got the 33, the 45, and the 78. It's actually 33 1/3. You have an extra needle or a stylus. You've got the locking mechanism here. So I'm actually going to throw this back on and lock this in place, pull this off, and kind of give you, there's your final look. You've got the velvet protective covering here, your 45 adapter here, your dust screen, which I think is awesome. If you're not familiar with what a dust screen is, or a dust cover, it just makes it so dust doesn't get in your record player and on your records and different things like that. There is a reason that records come with dust jackets and different things like that. So thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you.